Yay!
Yes, we are back. Welcome back to the Gen Con and Catalyst live stream here at Gen Con 2025. I have Thor with me here.
Yep.
And we're which apparently you like to games.
Play some games now and then, yeah.
Play some games. You designed your own game, I just heard now, which is fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, not to plug a competitor.
No, plug away.
I
literally play all games, and I'll take photos of those games and put them on my Instagram, so I have no problem plugging anyone's games.
Yeah, WizKids and I did Trials of Tempest.
Nice.
The D&D board game. Which
That's
cool.
fantastic.
Yeah, 12-year-old me was very excited to have my name on a D&D product.
Yeah, well, if you're here, I'm pretty sure 12-year-old you is always happy.
Is always
happy. That's why we're still here doing this.
I feed my 12-year-old self.
Yep, that's why we're doing this.
Well.
Fantastic. So apologies for coming back a little bit late, but we just wrapped up My Hero Academia. That was a whole pile of material. Carefully packing it away and then sprinting back out with Leviathans that we're going to show off. For those that don't know, Leviathans is our alternate history, World War I kind of steampunk, Victorian-esque science fiction game where wet navies of the world have now become air navies of the world. So unlike a lot of steampunk games where these are more dirigibles that are flying, these are 20, 30,000 ton vessels trying to blow the crap out of each other in the sky.
Right.
Kind of glorious. We ran a Kickstarter for that. This originally, for those that don't know, we originally published this, 12, 13 years ago. And we ran a Kickstarter for it 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago. And it is just starting to fulfill domestically. We're incredibly happy about that. After all the shipping and production woes that so many companies have been dealing with, it is filling domestically. We hope it will start filling internationally very soon and hopefully be on store shelves everywhere by late fall. So
cool.
We're just going to dive in and start explaining this, and we're just going to kind of run Thor through a demo here.
So we win by destroying capital ship, holding. What are we doing?
So right now, this is just a nice, easy. We're just going to destroy the other. We're just going to blow each other up, right?
Sure.
This is actually all the material that is in our starter box. It's right over there. There's also some other tokens, some control point markers, some clouds that we can put out there to change things.
Mess with line of sight.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There is a couple of different. He was actually asking. So, for example, the ship right here is the Falcon class. And then you actually would have a couple of different variants, ship types of, I'm actually going to be playing the Jeanne d'Arc, but there is the Bretagne and then other ship cards that you can get.
Super.
Comes with markers, dice. We won't be playing with them, but we actually do even have like biplanes that run around. Okay, these little markers right there. We don't have carrier ships. That is a potential future that we would love to actually have, but they're just flying up off the ground to come in here. We also have Admiral cards where you can have single one-off abilities. So there's a lot of good flexibility in different ways you can play. But right here, we're just gonna flow in with a nice, easy play here. Okay.
Sure.
And so it is just two sides on each other. And so the first thing that we're going to do is I'm going to roll a red, and you're going to roll a red to decide who's got first in initiative. And I lost. Okay. And so then I'm going to go first because very similar to Battletech, this is a simultaneous damage game, not an instantaneous damage.
Right.
And so then movement, you always want to move last because then that gives you the ability to reposition yourself, okay? This is also a fleet game. So even though this is 2 models on 2 models, because this is a starter box, your standard game is really 4 to 6 models on a side.
Oh, wow.
Different class ships, okay? Right now we've got our light cruisers and destroyers. And once we go through the game a little bit, we'll go ahead and take a look at the much bigger ships. Your battleship that's
way bigger ships?
Yeah, oh yes, way bigger ships. That beautiful battleship, right? Yeah. So we'll take a look at that here in a sec. And of course, show it off to all of you who are watching. That again, thank you for watching. Okay. So it maneuvers by class types. You start at the highest class, and then you're going to be rotating down. So each of your ship cards. So but it's actually the other direction. So you're looking at type. So if we had a type 4, that's the biggest class. That means that's the slowest one. So that's the one that's going to maneuver first.
Okay.
Okay. And then as the ships get faster and faster, it's reflecting how much more agile that they are, and they're able to see what everyone else is able to do, and then they get to maneuver. Okay.
Makes sense.
So in this instance, I only have one. Let's say I had 3 light cruisers. I would move all 3 of my light cruisers.
Yeah.
Then you would move your
All
one
of
light
my
cruiser.
light cruisers.
Then we would rotate down to the Type 1s, which are destroyers. I would move 1, and you would move 1.
So you're going to move your cruiser.
So I'm going to move your cruiser. Correct. And we'll rotate down to destroyers, destroyer, destroyer.
Sure.
Again, this is nice and balanced, but you can play super asymmetrical with just like a battleship and a destroyer, and then I might have 5 light cruisers, for example.
Sure.
Okay. So if you look down your bottom left-hand corner, you got your starting movement points. Okay. Each of the ship has their own starting movement points.
You got your quick French.
And that is the, yes, absolutely. I'm playing the French versus the Germans. I asked him which one he would like to play, and he obviously picked the Germans. While the ships are similar, each of the factions definitely has a flavor. Okay. I am quicker, and even though I don't have these on starter ships, I'm going to have a lot of torpedoes that I can be firing at you. But we purposely aren't doing that in this starter game as we're showing it. But they love their aerial torpedoes.
Probably fun, to track where they're going along.
Absolutely.
The map here.
Okay. You're literally taking a torpedo token, which I don't think I pulled out, and kind of placing it out here. It's almost a little bit of an area of denial because you place it out at the start of movement. Movement then happens, and then you see if you can attack any that are close enough. Yep. Exactly.
Cool.
Okay. The Germans, on the other hand, are slower, but you are much better armored because Germans love their armor.
Is the armament about the same, other than like you specializing in torpedoes? Do I have like heavier guns?
Not often, but you do have better things that you can do. So one of the things that we do, which we'll get in, normally you're firing, each of these are called a slot. Okay. And if you see any of your slots that have 2 colored icons on it, that's a gun battery. Okay.
Yep.
And normally you fire that individually. You can also do what's called bracketing fire, which is you can take multiple guns on a single ship, fire them together, so you're decreasing the overall damage that you can do, but increasing the odds that you will hit.
Hit it all,
the Germans are the only faction that can actually bracket fire multiple ships together.
Oh. So they can coordinate the fire.
So that they can coordinate the fire. They're the best coordinated in the game.
Like the 10.5, if that's lined up, and it has to.
And
be
it has to be another 10.5. Yeah, you immediately spotted what you had to do there. Excellent. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and maneuver. Okay, the one thing I have to keep in mind. So every hex that I enter is 1 point. Okay, obviously. The thing I have to keep in mind, though, is my enter hexes before turn. Okay, this was our design to basically bring inertia in the game, but not have to track inertia from turn to turn. So this represents the mass of the ship constantly moving forward. I can't maneuver that very well, so then I'm just going to go 1, 2. I can now turn, which for a 3-hex ship is always going to be on that middle hex.
And so you turn as far as you want, or
nope,
just one?
Only one.
And then you got to move 2 more.
And then I got to move 2 more. And then I can move again. Okay. Now, you can do a special maneuver of moving 2, but then you're really doing nothing else.
Right.
Okay. So then that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Now, one of the, if you want to flip your card over real quick.
What is your range there, good sir?
My range is only 10 hexes. We don't have that big a gun. So it's literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, so I won't even get there if I
So we won't even get there. You're just sprinting in there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. You can see 8 to 5 in the movement, radically different. Okay, so then I'm coming up. But I've got my destroyer, who is very nimble at 9 movement points. What is your max range? So you're going to look up here.
So that'll probably be my front guns here is 12 hexes.
12 hexes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can actually sprint my maximum and not be in your range yet. Set ourselves up for attacks next turn. So then it's back over to you for your destroyer.
I have 7 on my destroyer and 2 to turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I 6.
6.
7.
Okay.
Yep.
And one of the things I forgot actually to mention.
Okay.
Is
that's a nice die.
I know, right? I love this big die.
I love the big die.
I love it because, one, it feels tactilely wonderful.
And you can see it from everywhere.
It's a great turn order, okay? So Games of Leviathans only last 6 rounds.
Oh.
Okay? And so we were at round 1.
Right.
All movement is done. We'd already previously checked that we're not in range.
Yeah, we're not going to be shooting.
Bam, done. It is now
round 2,
and we're going to be rolling that initiative again. Or no, sorry.
Is it just
no.
me?
So I was playing the original Leviathans. There's about a 10% tweak. You roll the initiative for the first time at the beginning, and then it simply alternates back and forth.
Okay.
Okay.
So now
and
I
so
have
in this
to move
instance, it's
first.
just easy to kind of move it over there to show that you must maneuver first.
Oh, that's terrible.
Bren's shaking his head at me.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, perfect for me. I don't know what-
Yeah. Okay. So I guess we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
We're fine
Now,
with that.
something to keep in mind. Let's go ahead and flip this guy over. The
This
card.
guy?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. These are your firing arcs.
Yep.
Okay. So if you think of your firing arcs,
Mhm.
that's your bow,
Got it.
that is your side, stern, and so on. Okay.
Yep.
So in this instance right now,
Unless, so if you're here.
if I'm here, I'm only
only
going to be
bow
able to
guns.
hit you here.
But if you're
Okay?
anywhere else.
But if you're anywhere else, then
I
I'm
get
hitting
the
on the
full
sides
broadside.
or in there. Okay.
Sure.
The other nice thing is that these, if you'll see, it's got a nice little T on those icons. Those then are on turrets because, of course, super cool turrets.
Oh, T
and
is
that
turrets.
T is for turret, and that means that you can not only fire in this arc, but you can rotate and fire in this arc, or in this arc, you can't be firing in the rear arc.
So the turrets can fire in any direction.
Well, not in any direction,
No,
just
behind
one side to the right or one side to the left, but
Right.
you can't fire all the
Right,
way
not
into the
behind.
back.
Yeah.
Okay. So then
That's
you're
some
done
German
moving.
shit right there, yeah.
And so then,
Yeah.
what am I at right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm not in range, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Bird strike.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
I
10.
played bird strike. Your sheep.
Now, this is a little dangerous, but I just want to get
Yes.
in range and roll some
Yeah,
dice because
let's
normally
shoot at each
now
other.
the bow, the weakest part on a ship obviously is the stern.
Yeah. So
But the
these are
bow,
armor
even the,
numbers.
yeah, exactly. Okay, the bow, it's a little harder for you to hit me because my profile is thinner. But if you hit me, you can do more damage to me. Okay? So normally I would not want to be putting my bow to your broadside.
Right.
But we're just rolling dice, and I want to get in and
But you're
blow
being
stuff up.
nice. Yeah.
Okay. So then down to your destroyer to move.
Yeah. So you're gonna. How far does one move?
9.
9. Okay. So you can be over here, kind of. But yeah. So my destroyer is 7, and I can move through myself. 1,
Yeah, absolutely.
2, 3.
You just can't end.
4, 5.
And you'll turn on the front
6,
hex if you're going to turn.
If I'm going to turn, yeah. Am I in the way of myself?
Nope.
No?
There is some special screening that can be done, defensive and offensive screening, but you actually have to spend movement points for that.
So I do that.
Do that? Okay. And so then I will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay.
Oh,
now,
now you get
the
to
reason
shoot.
I'm tucking in there as opposed to tucking in on this side
Yeah.
is that you can fire all of your guns that have targets.
Right. So
Which
you
means
get
if
to
I
fire
had come
both.
on this side, you would have been able to fire here and fire here.
Right.
Whereas in this direction, you then have to choose. You're going to fire out at my bigger guy or try to hit my little guy. Little guy.
Yeah.
But absolutely, this is going to allow me to get into your stern.
Super.
Okay. So now, now it's combat. Now we got some actual dice we can be rolling. Okay.
Okay.
Now, the thing for
Is there
those
a minimum range?
there is no minimum ranges.
Okay.
Okay. Didn't want to deal with that. Okay. So these may look all like D12s.
But they're lying to you.
But they are lying to you, okay? They are polyhedral dice,
Right.
D4, D6, D8, D10, D12, okay?
Okay.
So if somebody was just sitting here watching MHA, you can tell that I love using this mechanism. And the reason I love using it is because tabletop miniature games thrive off of the modifiers that you get through movement and range. And if you didn't have that, you wouldn't have the tactics that are going to allow you to have good play at the table.
Cool.
Okay. At the same time, that means that you're constantly adding a lot of modifiers.
Right.
But by burying those modifiers into
With a
the
type of thing,
combination
yeah.
of the bell curves of polyhedrals, you can hide all of that.
Yeah.
And then you're simply rolling dice and summing one time and you're done. and then it's all color-coded.
Yeah.
Okay?
Got it.
So what we're going to do here, I'll go ahead and start first. It doesn't really matter because, once again, it's simultaneous.
Yeah. Okay.
But that way you can see what I'm doing, and then you can do the same.
Sure.
So we're going to start out with my big guy here. As we count it out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's exactly 10 hexes away.
Are you going for my big
I
one?
have one guy. I'm going for your big guy. I've got one that can do that. Okay, you'll see. So it's 130 millimeter.
And what's that T?
That T is the same thing. It's turret.
A turret. Okay.
So if I wanted to fire here or there. However, this one's got a block. I'll explain that in a sec. Okay. So 6 then is at 6 hexes. If I was 6 or shorter, I would be grabbing that side dice, which is that
Slightly
D8,
higher.
slightly higher value,
Yeah.
but you're farther out, so I'm grabbing the slightly lower value
Okay.
dice. So the first thing I do is I grab that dice, okay?
From the gun
If
itself.
there is any crew,
In
I
that
get to add in crew if there's
Yeah.
crew in that location. I'm then going to look into the location of the ship that I'm firing at, which in this instance is on this side, and that's what these ribbons back here are.
Okay.
It's your size and your profile. So in this instance, you actually moved into a hex. You moved forward, so then that's going to give me a D black. If you had not moved forward, you would give me a D red and a D blue. So just that much more chance of me hitting you.
So the green means I've moved, and red means I stood still.
Correct.
Okay.
Green go, red stop.
Okay.
Okay. So then I'm going to grab that,
Sitting still
and
is
then
worse.
I just
I hope.
oh, that is hilarious. Okay, I forgot. So we're just going to co-op this monster dice.
Sure.
Because you always roll a d6 with this roll,
to
the
target
slot die.
Which one?
So 1, 2,
3,
3,
4,
4, 5, 6.
So we're going to use the
So
big one.
So we're going to use a big die,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
actually makes me laugh. Okay,
Yeah.
and that's me transitioning too much stuff
Yeah,
up and
yeah,
off
sure.
the stage. Okay. Now the other interesting thing is I have this square. Okay, and what that is that's called a saturation die. And that means that this gun is just so powerful that I'm actually rolling 2 slot dice.
Oh, so it's
I
an
could
AOE
potentially,
gun.
I could potentially hit 2 slots at once.
Sure.
So let's go ahead and do this first here, okay? And then we're going to be rolling this one. That's not a very good roll. So then it is 8. That's going to take me up to a 12 on your 6.
Which is this
Okay.
one that hits.
And that actually manages to hit.
Yeah.
So then the thing you're going to do is you're simply going to circle that spot
Okay.
with a dry erase marker because they're
Cool.
all laminated.
All right.
I'm just going to
So this
circle
one.
the whole thing. Yep, just like that. Okay. Now,
it.
with this same roll, because normally I'd be rolling 2 slot dice together,
Right.
I'm going to roll it again. Okay. So we got it at the 5.
Does not hit the
Okay.
5.
It does not hit 5. In fact, I'm totally cheating you, by the way.
Oh.
So we're going to back up a sec. It's actually been a while. I apologize. Okay. You have some armor slots.
Yeah.
And these armor slots add their modifiers to all of these breach
so they're not
numbers.
already...
So this 12 is actually a 14 until I destroy
Until
these
you hit it?
slots,
Okay.
and then it would knock that down.
Oh, okay.
So I actually didn't get either slot.
So, okay.
So nothing.
So nothing
happened.
hits.
Okay.
All bounced.
So that was that gun.
Yep.
Okay. Now, because I can fire all my guns and I can fire them anywhere. Okay. But this is the side
of,
arc.
yeah.
There's nothing to do there. They aren't on turret, so he is done. So then we're going to rotate over to my Akatane. Okay.
Yeah.
And once again, I'm coming in on the side. Now I have 3 guns that can hit because I've got 2 on the side. Actually, I've got 4
And the
guns.
front. Yeah,
and then I've
yeah.
got a stern and bow gun that are both on turrets, so I can turn them all to you.
Okay, yeah,
Okay. Now, this is one of the interesting questions
And
where
then your bow gun can turn all the way?
no, only to one
Only to
side
one on the
or to
sides.
one.
Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
not all the way around.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we're going to be looking at your stern, and your stun you moved,
Oh,
so
'cause
that's
you're
a
going for
green.
my destroyer.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. And that is a really low die. You
Okay.
are an incredibly small ship.
Yep.
I'm getting you on the thin profile. It's going to be hard to hit
Hard to
you.
hit.
But if I can do a lot of great damage to you.
Okay.
Okay. So now I've got 4 guns, and I'm absolutely at the close range. So then that's going to give
So
me a
when you
blue.
say damage, what's the? Let's say you hit these. You remove the thing that you destroyed that you hit, right?
Correct.
Do I also take other forms? Like what decides that I fall to go down?
So,
what destroys my ship?
what destroys a ship is if you have destroyed one location and then you successfully hit that location again. then you get a chance for a break in the kill roll.
Oh.
And then the number of destroyed slots adds to the
More.
chance of the break in the kill roll.
Yeah.
And hopefully before we get to the end, we only got about 45 minutes,
Yep.
maybe we'll get a chance for a break in the kill roll.
All right.
So I'll go ahead and roll these 4 dice. Now, I could bracket fire dice together.
Yep.
And again, once again, that would be I could take both of these dice, I could put them in together,
Yep.
increase the dice I'm rolling, but it's still only 1 slot
One
die.
hit, yeah.
So I'm increasing the chance but decreasing the damage. But since I'm right next to you, I'm actually feeling good.
Okay.
I will be throwing it as is. And because,
You have
so this
crew.
is for you, this is for the gun, this is for my crew. 3 of those will be rolled like that, but this tail gun doesn't actually have a crew back there. So then
Okay.
I'll have to remove that.
Okay.
So then this first one's going to be a roll because
Ooh,
I
that's
don't
a
have
good
that
one.
big of a hand.
12
So 12 on the 5 coming into your stern.
into my destroyer. This one.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. So that's. Is it 5 that way?
Yep.
So that's
well,
13.
if you see the tiny little 1, 2, 3,
I
4,
see them
5.
here.
Yep.
All right. So that's my engine.
13.
It's a 13.
But that means I didn't get it.
Right.
Okay. So then we're
Lance
rolling
Lansing.
again.
Oh, there we go.
11, 12, 13 on the 3.
Yep. You took
And
an
you have no armor back there. So
no
now
armor.
you were
So
you
now
will
I
circle
lose
that.
an engine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now how many points of that engine MP do you have?
1.
Just 1?
Yeah.
So then you would cross off that 7 and now it's a 6.
Okay.
Okay. And my third gun is going to be a 10 on the 5.
That's gonna
We already
miss.
figured out that we
Yeah.
did get it. And then the last one, I got to remove the gun out there.
Right.
And there's no chance that
that
that's
was
going to hit.
wide.
So I was hoping I'd do a little better damage to you. At least I
you
got
hit an
one. I
engine
slowed you down a
block.
little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
Okay.
You've opened up.
So
a bunch.
I am all done, and so now it's your turn. So what guns do you got, and what are you firing
Because
at?
you've already shot with that
Yeah,
one.
yeah. I only had the one
Okay.
that was in range.
Yeah. So
The
I'm
rest
gonna
weren't.
attempt to absolutely destroy this little ship.
Okay.
If you're going to be that close. So, so we'll start with my big ship, I guess. So I can notch. So you're right outside of my bow guns.
Except remember, the
Except-
bow
they're
guns
turrets.
are turreted. You
Okay.
can
So I can
bring those
both
into
of
range.
those.
I took a chance here.
Yeah.
I was
We're
hoping-
just making stuff happen.
Yeah, I was hoping that I could really get into you to pay for what's about to happen
so maybe,
to me.
Yeah. So now we'll see what that looks like. I
But
guess.
now we'll see what it looks like.
So
Maybe the
I
dice will
have-
betray you.
Right. They might. Absolutely. So I am within 6. So a yellow die.
Yep.
We're starting with a. Actually, we're doing the side here, but these are turrets.
Yep.
So
So you're starting with the yellow.
yellow.
Yep.
I have crew.
Yep. And now
You
you're going to be
are-
looking at me.
your
And it's
ship
a
has
destroyer coming in
moved.
on the side, and I have moved, so yellow. Okay.
That's it.
And then you would always have a slot die, and you get to roll the giant die.
And I could saturation fire here.
You
with the
could.
turrets.
But
I'm not
once
gonna.
again, I would highly not recommend doing it. Saturation fires when they're quite a ways away and
Right,
you're in
right,
long
right.
range.
All right. So we're at a 12 on your 1.
12 on the 1. Now, interestingly enough, smaller ships often have a miss.
Oh, you just don't have the profile.
and it just misses.
Oh,
now,
right.
if you had been bracketing fire,
Mm-hmm.
or if you'd had the saturation, then misses don't count, and you'd be able to roll.
you
But in this
re-roll again.
instance, that just
So
missed.
that one straight misses.
So next
Over-
one, you've
over
got
your bow.
you've got 2 of those,
Two of
so you can do it
those.
again. I like how you're like doing them all together. I wasn't planning
Okay,
on
so
doing
this
that.
one is going to hit some stuff.
Oh, that's gonna. Oh no, except it's miss again.
What? This guy is betraying me.
Oh, betraying you.
Betrayed. That was like
Okay,
a
so now
17.
you gotta. Well, now you have
Okay,
to
so
build
different-
slightly
different
different
guns.
because it's different gun size.
So
Oh,
now it's just this one.
that was such a good roll too, man.
Well, I mean, it
Well,
doesn't
except for
matter
the one,
how
that's
high you-
true.
how you hit, right? Yeah. So it's within 5. So
Getting the blue.
well, that one says that this. So this one has 2 on it. What does
Well,
that
it's the
mean?
same one. It's 5 and 10. So if it was in 5, it would be the blue. If it was
Okay,
out
so
to
yeah,
10,
right,
it'd be
right,
green.
right.
So,
So
grab
it
it a blue.
is The blue,
Blue.
and then the crew,
The crew.
and then your
And then that yellow.
Yeah.
Yep. And there you go. So you will have
That many. That misses because that's less than 8.
8 on
On
the
the 3.
3.
Yeah, there's no way.
No, not quite that low.
And
I
that-
only got 10s on some of these slots.
that's
but
it.
Yeah.
Let's
let's look back
gun
here.
I'm just done with that ship.
Yeah, you were done with that ship. You
Okay.
got denied.
I
You
got
were robbed
denied.
on that.
I just missed.
'Kay.
All right. So now my other ship.
Nothing in the turret. I got out of your bow.
Yes.
So then the only thing you can do is, are you in range up here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I'm imagining that I am. Yeah, but it's it's beyond 5, so I have to use
Correct.
the green.
But you do have 3 of those, and this might be one of the
let's
times
just
where
do
you
it.
bracket fire
Yeah,
all of it.
So then what do I do to
So then the way you're going to bracket fire is you are going to take both crew. So first you're going to grab, so you got 2 crew.
Yep.
You're going to roll both of those dice and pick the best one. Go ahead and do that right now. Okay.
3.
That happened to be a 3, but
Yeah.
it could have been like a 4 and a 1, right?
Right.
So then you're going to set that aside.
Okay.
And now you're going to add all of the dice. So green, green,
more
green.
greens.
And you're going to roll those and keep 2 of the 3. Oh, nice. The 4
Well,
in that.
Well,
And
yeah.
now the final hit into my bow, which is going to be a red.
Right.
So now you're going
So
to roll the
move, so
red
I
with
get
that
a
slot
red
die
and the slot.
as we're here at the end.
There we go.
So then
that's-
what's the total
so
there?
15 on 3.
15 on the 3. I've got 13, 14, 15. You equal or exceed it. You just took out my biggest gun.
Oh, well,
Just like that.
That's nice.
That's
nice.
fantastic,
Yeah,
right?
that's a lucky shot, and,
And
it
so
was
the-
only possible because.
Well, and that, but see,
I
now
did
you,
all of the
yeah, but
bracketing.
right, but that's what you see.
'Cause I
You're
needed
taking that
every
chance
point.
of, because
Yeah.
he's way out here, maximum range. You spend it all to get the one hit. You
Yep,
did
yep,
fantastic.
just
Really helped to make up for the
missing
other ship.
completely here,
Yeah, missing completely.
These guys weren't ready.
Yeah.
They were aiming over here, and then the ship comes in close, and
very
it's just going
true.
high.
Very
Yeah.
true. Okay, so
All right.
now that is the end of it. Okay,
then-
now the reason that I circle it like this, so that's going to be the end of the turn. We're going to be rotating up to turn 3.
Right.
The reason I circle this is, let's say this had actually been destroyed on a previous turn.
Right.
So I'm going to circle it during the round. At the end of the round, I'm then going to cross
So-
it off.
So now we cross them off.
Now we cross it off.
I've lost the
Okay.
engine, and you've
But
lost.
there's a repair step.
Oh,
You have a big crew, right? This isn't a single pilot in a mech or something like that.
Sure.
And you could have sent crew. If this had been destroyed on a previous turn, before you cross it off, you can try and send crew and roll some dice to
Okay.
try and repair it. Now, it's not happening this turn. Maybe we'll be able to get that to next turn.
Okay.
So it's 3. It's back to me, though. So once again,
So you
I
have
move
now
it.
have to
I
move
now
first.
must move first.
Ah.
So, but I'm going to go ahead and close in and then try and turn and get my bow away from him.
Yes.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
If I manage to play
Actually,
more,
I'm just going to do 4, 3 and do like this. And that way the chance of this guy, because you're only 5, being able to get into either my stern or bow is pretty minimal.
yeah.
So I will finish moving, and now it's your turn to move
So
your...
my big ship has to go.
Yep.
And he has 5.
Now,
and I have
there
to move
is...
2.
Yeah, now there is something you can do here. Do you have...
The shift stuff.
The slide shift, that's your little guy. Okay, so there's something you can do, which is a side slip.
Yeah.
And the side slip is you're going to spend 2 points to simply move like this.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
And then you would have to move the normal number of hexes to be able to do it. So it's a way to get a little closer while still doing that. Now, you don't have to do that, of course. And you can't end over the top of another mini.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3.
And then you could go...
I could.
You
slip.
could do that. You could do... Or,
Probably just gonna do the no.
well, except remember then that it's my bow. So if you did the side slip 4, 5,
Yeah.
then
I-
you're
I-
keeping
yeah, I
side
can
to
still
side as
broadside
opposed
you.
to putting your bow
Which
in.
side? Well, I was trying to get far enough to where I could get both, but I don't need
You
to.
just
because I
you
have
don't need to.
turrets.
You've
Yeah,
got
yeah,
turrets,
yeah, okay.
and
Never
there's
mind.
no chance of you getting into the
I can't
back
get
because
in-
that's
yeah,
clear
so
back
we're
here,
just
right?
gonna do the broadside.
That's a perfect move.
Cool.
Okay, so then up for me. Now I am just going to literally move forward 1 and turn like that. And that way you're not trying to hit me on the better die because I at least moored fun.
least you moved.
Because you let yourself perfectly open and I'm coming at your rear.
Yeah.
Coming at your aft. Okay, back
Sure.
over to you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, that doesn't work. Still, I still only get the. It'll probably do this. Oh, sorry.
That's all good. And you
So-
can only move. Oh, you can only move
I
6.
can move 6.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna do that and
That
try to.
leaves you in
'cause
the
I'm
bow? Yep.
Try to get your weak point.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. So do you want to start us off? Again,
Sure.
doesn't matter. So you can start us off.
Yeah. Okay, so this little sniper right here had a good run.
He
So
had a
he's-
good one.
he's
You're going to
he's
do the
gonna
same
it
thing. You're going to
again.
bracket all, or are you going to try to split it up?
think I have to do the bracket.
You're at long range.
Yeah.
It's probably the better move.
So, well, I'm shorter range now because you're within 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I am in short range for that.
I have
so
managed,
maybe.
so what's the difference? The greens are what? D4s?
D4s.
And the blues are D6s?
D6s.
Maybe I do go separate then, actually.
It's always a tough choice.
Yeah, I have 3 guns here that I can shoot at you.
And, yeah, you
and
can do
they're all
some.
going to be blue die and green die. And that's it. And then your...
And then D-red.
And a red. Okay.
Red.
That's
then
kind of a bit.
Rolling with that.
Yeah, so we're trying all 3 guns will fire.
I love that your hand fits that giant die.
It's the DM hands, right? Like you gotta. All right, so that's unfortunate.
Oh,
that looked
7,
good,
8, 9 on the 4. Nope.
That's no one's gonna unless it's 10 or above. It's not even worth checking. Well, here we go. Maybe 9, 12 on 5.
12 on the 5. Nope. 13, and I actually have armor, so 14, 15.
So no joy so far. Nope.
Oh
all
man, the dice
wide.
are just betraying.
And then,
so
my
now over the big guy?
Brandenburg is going to fire the broadside at you.
Okay.
So we do the 15.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So you're
it is
just
in long
out of
range. Yep.
That's too bad. So yellow, and blue, and green, and
it's blue.
I'm sorry, not yellow. It's
blue and green.
Blue
and
green.
Then for me, a black.
A black. Well, that's nice.
Yep.
Because you're broad. I guess you're broad.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm a big broad ship.
Big ship.
Okay, so you got 2 of these.
2 of these. Not great. Oh,
what
well,
you
that's
got?
good.
Oh,
so there we go.
Nice.
So 14 on 2.
14 on 2. I've got 12.
No, sorry, 15 on 2.
15 on 2. So I've got 12, 13. You handily.
What are we shooting at? Oh, another cannon.
Killed another gun.
We're just gonna render you.
Yep. Okay.
And then.
So that's the 2 shots, and so then you got the one last shot on the side.
Well, was that the first or the second shot?
Did you miss the first shot? Oh no, that was over here.
That
Never
was
mind.
over there.
No.
I think that was my first round.
No, you're absolutely right.
So I have one more on that.
I'm trying
one.
to cheat on you, for heaven's sake. Oh, well, that's
I
just
might
terrible.
as well have missed.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, and then I have my broadside here.
Yeah,
which
is just the one gun
guy.
on that side.
So that's the blue, the green, and probably still the black. For
and
you.
still the black.
Yeah. All right, so same thing.
Nope.
The big
throwing
one
the
is
dice
really
around.
Throwing dice if it gets.
Oh
that's
no,
also way too low.
That's way too low.
So we're just whiffing
Yep.
left and right. Although we got a hit there.
You did get a hit.
Yeah, that counts.
Okay, so then coming in, doing the broadside back.
Yep.
Now, because again, this is simultaneously. This one's
So
now
you have it,
destroyed,
yeah.
but I still get it this turn to fire at you.
Right, but this turret is gone.
This turret's gone.
Yeah.
Unless I can potentially repair
and
it
it would
at the
have
end.
been shooting at me because it has a turret.
Absolutely.
Okay, so
So
that's
1,
nice.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So then it's long range. I happen to know you're also a D black, so
Yes,
we'll do that.
'cause we're
I'm
that
grabbing.
ship class,
Yep.
basically, right?
I have a slightly better crew than you do, but I am firing at long range.
Oh.
Okay. So I got 2 of these.
I'm sorry, the French have the better crew?
The better crew,
Better
some of
Navy,
the
maybe?
individual,
Yeah.
you have better overall organization.
That's fair,
Because,
that's
Germans.
Yeah.
13 on the 4, coming in
13
on that
4,
side.
and I have
13, 14 feet. Oh, you
no,
got
I
the
got
armor.
16 on that one. Yeah.
Dang armor. 17 or
12,
12 on
on
the
2.
2.
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
Ka-ching.
So, yep. And now we're hoping for the good one.
Yeah.
So then I've got 4 shots in here, all at short range coming
right
into your
up
stern.
my butt crack.
So then we got the red for you, and it is short range, and the crew.
All right, so the red means
So-
the red and blacks usually mean good stuff for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ugh,
Well,
not if I
that's
do that. Wow,
unfortunate. Yeah.
they're just. These dice are being
Ugh.
mean to us. Second one.
I get the feeling these crews don't
9
really want to
on
fight.
9
yeah.
on the 2 in the back.
No.
I got to get at least 11.
Yeah.
Third one.
Oh, there we go.
11 on the 6. Yes.
11 on 6 will hit an engine.
Absolutely. So go ahead and mark the engine off as well, so
Oh,
you don't
yeah.
forget. And then the the fourth shot with no crew. See if I get a lucky. Nope. 9 on the 2. Nope, that's not going to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was all that. He's not hitting anything else. Okay, so that's done. Okay.
Yeah.
So now we're at the end of the round. So now we get to be able to do the repair. The way the repair works is you're going to grab 2D red. Okay. And if you have a crew in the location that you're in,
which I don't,
which you don't, that means, so let's say you did, okay, you would add the crew die, you're going to roll them together, and it's going to be a 15 or better, and it's repaired. However, since you're sending a crew from another location, they have to sprint across the ship, it's an 18 or better.
Okay.
And then you can only repair as many slots as you have crew slots.
Okay, so
you can never repair. Yeah, basically you're going to say, I'm going to repair this one here. And you might have like a half a dozen slots destroyed. Right. You only have 4 crew. You have to decide. And then you can't repair armor. You can't repair crew.
Right.
So go ahead and do it. And then you can only do 1 repair per slot.
That's 15, so that's not enough.
It is. Oh, no, because it was the 18.
They have to run.
It was really close. Okay.
It was close.
I'm looking for that 15, though.
Yeah.
Denied. Close.
No.
Very close. Okay, so
Exploded.
then we are up to turn 4. Okay. I got to look at the clock. Make sure I have a hard time not running over.
5 minutes?
Yeah, we got like 5 minutes. I think we're about done. So there's the game. So let's go ahead. Yeah, I'm going to do the let's do the bracketing. Let's do the bracketing first. So let's say it had this and this and this. Okay, so what's going to happen is, let's say I had rolled and I rolled in a location that has already been destroyed.
Yeah.
Okay, so the giant cannon has slipped past the armor and is banging around. So the first thing you do is you keep the breach roll the same, and you're going to re-roll the slot die.
Oh, so you just get hit an extra place?
Correct. And so if it, let's say it went over to the 4, you would then compare this number to the new breach roll.
Okay.
It may not hit the breach roll. It banged around, nothing happened. These are big, strong ships.
Right.
But it might have equal or exceeded the armor. You might have destroyed 2 in there.
Right.
However, if you had rolled the same slot again, or another previously destroyed shot, it's then pushed deep into the ship.
So now we're doing integrity
And now
damage.
you're doing, exactly, it's integrity damage. It is a destroying the breach, or the breaking the kill roll.
Right.
So then you're going to grab these 2, okay? You're going to roll them.
Yeah.
And then you're going to add to that number +2 for every destroyed slot in the location you hit, as well as +1 for every slot outside.
Right.
So then this is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and you compare that to the number, and if it's equal or exceeds, the ship's destroyed.
Right.
However, it doesn't do that, but you still struck hard and hurt the ship.
So now that
it's now down to 19.
I do
91. You see that?
Okay, but if
19,
I exceed it, actually
if you exceed, you destroy it.
Yeah.
But every time you fail it, you're still making it a little easier and a little easier.
Very cool.
So that's how you're actually destroying the ships.
Got it.
Okay, and then each of the ships have point values. So even if you destroy 3 of mine, if you destroy 3 short ones, and I hit one of your big ones, I still might win.
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
I'm so sorry. I really have to run to the restroom.
that is totally fine.
Tell them lovely things.
I will.
Yeah,
No worries.
yeah.
Thank you for being here and for doing it.
Cool. Yeah. I appreciate a good big battleship kind of thing.
Absolutely excellent.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you bet.
Bye, guys.
So just here at the end then, I'm going to pull these open, and you can see just some of the fantastic ways you can play. Getting our battleships out here on the table, you can see how much bigger they are. And one of the great parts about that is that the ship cards then are actually much larger. They have 6 locations as opposed to 4 locations. And the damage that can be done is significantly higher. And so then the guns are shooting out to 13, 14, 15 hexes. You're rolling multiple dice at a time. There's just so much more firepower on the board, and these can be really scary. But at the same time, they're incredibly slow, so it's a lot easier to take your destroyers and run them back behind to get the ships. It is incredibly easy to learn. I've been demoing this game for years and years. And usually I do the demo, and within 2 rounds, I almost can walk away from the demo because they're grabbing the color codes, they're rolling the dice, they know exactly how to play the game. And then there's just a ton of tactics as you learn the different ways to play the game. We have the starter boxes I mentioned, comes with all the material here. There are fleet boxes for each of the 5 factions currently available when the game releases in the fall. That'll be the French, the Germans, the Italians, the Russians, and I just went and forgot the 4th the fifth one because I'm really tired. But there's 5 factions, and each of them has very asymmetric play as they have their own styles, their own strengths and weaknesses. And then we also have campaign boxes where you play out as the commander of a particular country and of the fleets that you have, and you're making strategic moves on a strategic map, and then playing games in between to determine the overall set of the campaign. And that's actually one of my favorite parts of the entire game, is the campaign play. Oh,
look.
He's back for the last minute or two. I was just saying that
God,
we got ships like that are just fantastic, right? And then the ship cards actually jump up to a much larger size.
Yeah,
There's 6 locations, and so then you can often have multiple guns from 3, sometimes even 4 locations. So there's guns from 4 locations that can all be broadsiding you, just devastating firepower.
Right.
But at the same time, they're incredibly slow. So you're laying down lots of torpedo fire over the top of them. He's got to take it. You get the destroyers in the back.
Right.
There's just lots and lots of replayability. Absolutely.
Maybe the big caliber guns, but definitely just torpedoes in
Yep.
general. Yeah.
Absolutely. And then I was saying that we've got 5 different factions: Germans, Italians, French,
Norwegians.
we actually we have 2 boxes, 2 campaign boxes. One is Operation Hannibal, and one is Operation Ragnar that actually has some Swiss mercenary ships in it. And the campaign play box is fantastic because you basically have a map of the country, and then you're doing strategic level playing out, moving fleets around, and then in between the fleet movements, you then play out a game, and then take that and roll it back into the larger scale. So you can play out several weeks of an awesome campaign.
That's fun. I like that a lot. That
Yeah.
you have a campaign with a sort of strategic goal. And whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's PvP, right? Like
yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, that's the best part. You can have up to 8 players playing through a campaign across a month.
So like feasibly, how many ships could be on the field at once?
I have played a game that has almost 50 ships on a giant map. Now, to be clear, it takes most of a day. So, I always take any game that I'm playing and immediately go super big. So if you love giant big and take in a whole day, this game can do it.
No, yeah, give me the Mega Civs and the Twilight Imperium.
Right, exactly. All in. Yeah. So this is Leviathans. Again, fulfilling to our Kickstarter, our domestic Kickstarter backers right now. The website is up there. You can get a lot more information. And international shipping will hopefully be starting very soon. And then it'll be available in the fall. We hope you check it out. And thank you for joining us. And looks like we've got Little Quincy's Tavern coming up next. He is fantastic, wonderful to watch. Thank you for being here to our Gen Con stream. Thanks for joining me, Thor.
Of course, my pleasure.